this is worth talking about. I've got a few things that's worth talking about. Where should we start? Start with it. Yeah, this is, I think, the what's causing one of the biggest stirs right now. Tucker Carlson on Adam Carolla. Can't disagree with it. So this is not the clip where he says, I think the Democrats are going to start a war with Russia to avoid, maybe it is, to avoid losing the election next year.
Are they going to let Trump be president?
No. They are doing here. My prediction. They are going to do everything in their power. They are doing everything about it, no matter how insane, how crazy to stop it. My prediction is they will fail. Right? That is my prediction. That we're going to get. They're going to be a complete and total failure. I just think it's them versus God. I think God's bigger. Right? That's seems to be the way things are playing out as well.
Of course. I mean, look. If they protested him, they called him names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. How
ridiculous that they impeached him because he asked them to look into the Ukrainian bribery corruption of Joe Biden, which turns out, tons of that. Absolutely tons of that. He was impeached for looking into that as election interference, but putting him on trial during the election, the most important day of the primary. No. What can we do? Oh, it's just the law, baby. I mean, not the law over here by the Bidens, but
fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times, and every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin,
I mean, none of this makes sense. I hate to tell you, none of this makes any sense. That's why I think it's them versus God, right? I think they had a plan, and they had lots of plans, right? And every plan they do, it doesn't work, right? It's like the impeachment should have done the trick, right? So many things should have done the trick. The Access Hollywood tape. Remember that during the 2016 election? That should have done the trick. That would have done the trick for anybody else at any time, right? Having the completely freest and fairest and most secure election of all time in 2020, which it clearly was. Clearly. Wasn't anything other than that. Just completely kosher. That didn't work. I mean, right? I mean, if that didn't work, then indicting it, nothing works. So that's why I think it's them versus God. I don't rate their chances.
With criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work. What's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously, and no one will say that. But I don't know how you can reach that conclusion.
I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already, aren't you?
You know what I mean? They have decided, permanent Washington, both parties have decided that there's something about Trump that's so threatening to them, they just can't have him.
You know what's so threatening? Is that Trump is a populist. Trump cares about people. He actually cares. He's not full of their same bullshit.
I mean, they're putting him on trial in March of next year in the J6 case, which basically consists of trying to send him to prison for the rest of his life for complaining about the last election. That's literally what it is.
Which was clearly dodgy.
Again, if this were happening in Moldova, the State Department would issue an all-hands-on-deck order to let the world know this is not a legitimate government. And yet our government is doing it. It's it's hard to overstate how bad this is. And I don't know where it's going, but there's a collision that's clearly imminent. And by the way, the president is senile in a way that's impossible to deny.
Oh, God. I mean, and that's by the way. Oh, yeah. And he's
Biden's not running the government, so I don't know, man. I've never been this worried about anything as I am about where this is going.
Okay, well, that's cheery. That's good news. But listen, things may look dark, right? Things may look dark, but There's always a light, right? Fortunately, it's been hard times because the writer strike's going on, and we've missed all the late night hilarity, right? All those late night entertainers that I know, the Jimmy Kimmels, right? The Steve Colbert's. Oh, how have you lived? Well, they've decided that they can't let you suffer anymore, even though it means them breaking their strike and being scabs, right? This is not a desperate stab at trying to get to some relevancy, which they never really had, right? No, it's not that. This is indeed, what do they call it again? Cringe Force 5? I have to warn you, okay? You got to watch this through your fingers. It's real cringe. It's cringe beyond cringe. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
I'm Stephen Colbert.
I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I thought when you said Jimmy, you meant me, Jimmy, but you meant Jimmy.
I always mean you.
But when you say Seth Meyers, who do you mean?
I mean, really? Dude, I'm a fat fuck in my basement I'm doing better than all of you and all your producers together. I'm honestly. I mean, and here's the thing. It's not like it's hard.
I mean, John Oliver.
It's the five of us together for maybe an hour a day.
Strike Force 5 is the name of our podcast. Subscribe to it now.
Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts. But Spotify.
I mean, just look at. I mean, he's always been a little pipsqueak cunt. Okay, if I don't mind me say so. But like, why do you have to make yourself look like a little pipsqueak cunt? I mean, you just get off on being a pipsqueak cunt. Oh, God, look at him! What a pipsqueak cunt! Really? He is a face that when you saw in school, you just went and hit him in the face, and he probably deserved it, right?
But Spotify, you fucks.
There you go. So yeah, who's it? Look at these losers. I mean, look, Seth, what's the game? I can't even remember his name. Seth Meyers. He's like, oh, why am I? What? How is this even happening? And they're all scabs. They're all members of SAG. They're all members of the Writers Guild. I mean, like, all of you are scabs. And like, again, why does John Oliver look like a teeny tiny little muffin? He looks like what's his name again? Cyril the hamster from Roland Rat, right? And Steve Colbert, Steve, mate, we all know you dye your hair, darling, okay? And look, this was their funny bit. We got two people called Jimmy. Let's watch it again, okay? Look at you, clearly dye your hair. Look at you. Like, who are you trying to fucking kid? Your eyebrows are snow fucking white, and your hair's like a grizzly. It's fake, baby. Like everything about you. Fuck this cunt. Nobody has missed any of these cunts. Okay, no one has missed them.
One more time, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
I'm Stephen Colbert.
I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I thought when you said Jimmy, you meant me, Jimmy, but you meant Jimmy.
I always mean you.
Isn't it time for you to cry yet about Trump, you little cunt?
But when you Seth Meyers.
Oh, we're all so funny. You got, and this is your podcast? Fuck me. The 5 cunts couldn't call for the arse to be handed them any more than you people. Right, look at
who
you.
do you mean?
I mean John Oliver.
It's the five of us together for maybe an hour a day.
Like I quite like Jimmy Fallon. That's how likable he is. He's surrounded by all these evil cunts, and he's an evil cunt, and I still quite like him. Fuck me. I mean, like, this is just cringe. Cringe to the max. How much cringe can you possibly get in one cringe? I mean, that is a lot of cringe. Yeah, let's see what they but you know, Deadline's here to tell everybody relax. Yeah, a second. Super cringe. Late night host switched to podcasting to fund out of work staff. Fuck off. It's to fund yourselves, right? It's to fund yourselves in your hunt for relevancy. Colbert, Fallon, Kimmy, Myers, and Oliver set Spotify series, and the what can I say? The response has been as you would expect. Just everybody like just handing them the right. Where was this on Twitter? Yeah, let me find the response on Twitter because they truly are funny. Doink. It was on. I think it was on Seth Meyers' feed. Was it? I don't know. I do Twitter, and I'll search Strike Force 5. I mean, everything about this is shit. Keep in mind, I've actually seen, was it Ahsoka, right? The biggest shit I've ever seen in my life. Look at these. Here we go, doink. Okay, Cringe trailer. Late Night Unite. Fuck off, all of you. Right? Love this. Great way to support the staff and crews. You're not supporting, you're supporting yourselves. Guys, if we combine all our viewership, we'll get 15, maybe 16 people to watch. 5 is too many hosts. The male version of the Golden Girls without laughs and the fun. Miss you. John Honor is actually really great show too, but Spotify you. Whatever. Interesting. Let's see if this translates into some more balanced talk show comedy. We can go back to No, because they're all fucking insane. Oh, good. I can ignore you all at once instead of individually. Yeah, this is just embarrassment, right? You'll never find a more wretched hive or scum of it. I can't disagree, mate. I can't disagree. Oh, it is so cringe. The group who were some of the first to go down towards the WA strike in early May are launching. Yeah, well, why are you back at work? Like, again, you're breaking a strike because you're a cunt. That's essentially why. In its latest venture by the hosts of the Late Show, the Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Late Night, and last week tonight to help affect those. It's them they're helping affect. Oh God, I can't stand this faux piousness, right? We all know you're bad people. We all know you're full of shit, right? We all know that you're full of shit, mate. You know, I hate to be the one to break it, but we all do. We all know you're full of shit. And you know why? I hate to tell you this, mate. The person you took a dump on all this time has some words that are a lot better than anything any of you can bust.
Biden, our country is going through some very difficult times. The rule of law is being destroyed, and the justice system is being wielded as a weapon against Joe Biden's political opponents, me primarily.
I mean, look, I love Trump, but I love his egotism. I'm not sure what's right, but I do. Listen, it's like my mother. All my worst traits come from my mother, and I love all of them. Like, I love being a snob. I'm very good at it, right? I like. It's not my fault. I look down at people. It's just they're all so small. You know, I don't know what to tell you.
Over the past few months, I've heard from countless Americans who are deeply disturbed by these appalling political persecutions and attacks. I want to say to you today, do not despair and do not lose hope. Every injustice they throw at us, every hoax, witch hunt, and abuse of power must only harden our will and steel to resolve to save our nation.
Again, they're just so dumb in everything they've done, right? And like people are like, yeah, anything to stick it to those cunts that you know, what were you going to give me some lockdowns again? Some masks? Leave me alone.
This is the nation we love. We will save it. We will not let this happen. Our vindication will come on Election Day 2024. We will take back power.
See, how I can really see that happening is there's just overwhelming every ballot with hatred of Joe Biden or whatever idiot they're gonna run, right? I don't know.
From these lunatic, sick, and sinister people, we will expose their corruption for history to see, and justice will be done. So keep on fighting and turn all of our frustration and your frustration and energy into determination to achieve an epic victory in November 2024. Nothing is more important. This will be the most important election in the history of our country. Our country is going bad. Our country is going into a communist state, and we can't let that happen.
I think he's actually right. But that's what they are. These Democrats will do freaking anything to stop him, including destroy the country.
We will make America great again. We cannot let anything happen to this precious country of ours. Thank you very much.
There you go. Bit of hope from the Trumpster. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.